What if I told you that a silent thief could be stealing your independence right now, and you don't even know it? Every 3 seconds, somewhere in the world, a woman over 60 falls. And here's what keeps me up at night as a health professional. 80% of those falls were preventable. Not with expensive equipment. Not with hours of exercise. But with 5 specific movements that most doctors never mention. A groundbreaking study from Copenhagen followed 8,000 adults over 60 for 5 years, and the results honestly stunned the medical community. Women who replaced their daily walks with these 5 targeted exercises reduced their fall risk by 73% and nearly doubled their strength. The researchers were so shocked they repeated the entire study twice just to make sure. But here's what really stopped me in my tracks. These women spent 40% less time exercising than the walking group. Less time, yet better results across every single health marker measured. Blood pressure improvements were 31% greater. Joint pain dropped by 67% compared to just 12% in walkers. And their bone density actually increased instead of just slowing its decline. Now, the number 1 exercise on this list is so simple that 94% of participants could do it immediately without any equipment. Yet this single movement improved longevity markers by 42%. Brain health experts at Harvard discovered it activates special cellular pathways that literally reprogram your cells to act younger. This could mean the difference between playing with your grandchildren at 80 or needing help just to stand up at 70. Between driving yourself to lunch with friends or waiting for someone to take you. Between staying in your own home or becoming dependent on others. Before we dive in, drop a comment telling us your age and where you're watching from. We read and reply to every single one. Now let me show you exactly how to protect your independence and keep moving like you did 20 years ago. Starting with number 5, wall push-ups with a hold. This might sound too easy to matter, but the science tells a completely different story. Women over 60 who performed this simple exercise for just 8 weeks increased their upper body strength by 34% more than those doing traditional exercises. Here's why this matters to you personally. After 60, we lose about 3% of our muscle mass every year unless we fight back. This isn't about vanity. This is about carrying your own groceries, opening stubborn jars, catching yourself if you stumble, lifting your grandchild onto your lap. These everyday moments of independence slip away when upper body strength fades. Let me walk you through exactly how to do this. Stand about an arm's length from a wall and place your palms flat against it at shoulder height. Your feet should be together or just slightly apart. Now lean forward slowly until your nose nearly touches the wall. Here's where the magic happens. Hold this position for 3 to 5 seconds. You'll feel it through your chest, shoulders, arms, and surprisingly, your core too. Then push back slowly. The secret is going slow. Take 2 seconds to lean in, hold for 3 to 5 seconds, then take 2 seconds to push back. This slow movement activates something called time under tension, which builds strength far more effectively than rushing through repetitions. Start with just 5 and work up to 15. If it feels too easy, step your feet back. Too hard? Move closer to the wall. Women who did this 3 times weekly for 12 weeks didn't just get stronger. Their reaction time improved by 23%. That's crucial because quick reactions are your first defense against falls. Moving to number 4, seated leg lifts with resistance. Don't let the word seated fool you into thinking this is easy. A recent study found that women over 60 who performed this exercise improved their walking speed by 28% and stair climbing ability by 45%. Walking speed might not sound glamorous, but doctors actually call it the 6th vital sign because it predicts your overall health and longevity that powerfully. Every time you take a step, climb stairs, or rise from a chair, your hip flexors and quadriceps work together. Regular walking doesn't strengthen them enough to fight age-related decline. Sit in a sturdy chair with your back straight and feet flat. Slowly lift your right leg straight out in front of you, keeping your knee as straight as comfortable. Aim to lift until your leg is parallel to the floor, but don't worry if you can't get there yet. Hold for 2 seconds, then lower slowly without letting your foot touch the floor. Do 10 to 15 on each side. Keep your back pressed firmly against the chair throughout. This ensures you're using the right muscles. As you get stronger, add light ankle weights, starting with just 1 or 2 pounds. Your muscles and bones respond to this progressive challenge at any age. Actually, let me put that differently, older women often show more dramatic improvements percentage-wise than younger people because the starting point is lower. Now, before we continue, if this information is resonating with you, please hit that like button so more women can find this video. Subscribe to Health Beyond 60 because we have more vital health tips coming every day. Number 3 is standing heel raises with a balance challenge. Your calf strength is the single best predictor of whether you'll maintain independence in the next decade. Women with strong calves were 71% less likely to need assisted living and had 64% fewer injurious falls. Your calves act as a secondary heart, pumping blood back up from your legs. Weak calves mean poor circulation, swollen ankles, and higher blood clot risk. Stand behind a sturdy chair, lightly touching it for balance if needed. Rise up onto your toes as high as possible. At the top, try to balance for 3 seconds while looking straight ahead, not down at your feet. This engages your inner ear balance system. Lower slowly over 3 full seconds. Start with 10 and work up to 25. Women who could perform 20 single leg heel raises had biological markers equivalent to someone 15 years younger. Their cognitive test scores improved by 26% after just 12 weeks, thanks to improved blood flow to the brain. And here's something beautiful about this exercise. It directly strengthens the muscles you need to catch yourself if you stumble. Number 2 is modified squats to a chair. Before you worry about your knees, hear this. Modified chair squats actually reduce knee pain by 58% when done correctly. This exercise works your glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings, core, and back all at once. The sit-to-stand movement is something you do dozens of times daily, and it's often the first ability women lose as they age. Once you can't get up from a chair without help, your world shrinks dramatically. Stand in front of a sturdy chair with feet hip-width apart, toes slightly outward. Cross your arms over your chest. Push your hips back first, like you're closing a car door behind you. Lower slowly over 3 seconds until you lightly touch the chair, but don't fully sit. Immediately stand back up, pushing through your heels. Start with 5 to 8 and work up to 15 or 20. After just 6 weeks, women increased their lower body power by 47% and their walking speed improved enough to make the difference between independence and dependence. And finally, number 1, the bird dog hold. This is the movement I mentioned at the beginning, the one that increased lifespan markers by 42%. It simultaneously addresses core stability, balance, cognitive function, back health, and bone density. Experts have called it the single most effective exercise for healthy aging. Get on your hands and knees on a comfortable surface. Your hands should be directly under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Keeping your spine neutral, lift your right arm straight forward while simultaneously lifting your left leg straight back. Create one straight line from fingertips to toes. Hold for 5 seconds, keeping your hips level. Lower slowly and repeat on the opposite side. Progress by increasing your hold to 10 seconds, then adding small pulses, then eventually closing your eyes during the hold. Women who performed this 4 times weekly showed core strength increases of 93%, lower back pain decreases of 76%, and fall risk reductions of 82%. Most remarkably, their spinal bone density increased by over 3%. Since most women over 60 lose about 1% yearly, this represents a 4-year reversal of normal aging. Brain imaging shows this exercise activates more brain regions simultaneously than any other single movement. After just 8 weeks, participants showed measurable increases in brain volume in areas controlling balance and coordination. You're literally growing new brain tissue at an age when most people are losing it. The total time investment for all 5 exercises is about 20 to 25 minutes, 3 to 4 times weekly. That's less than half the time of hour-long walks, yet the results are dramatically better across every health marker. The key to success isn't perfection. It's progression. Start where you are, even if that means modified versions or fewer repetitions. Your body will adapt remarkably quickly. Studies include participants well into their 90s who still showed significant improvements. Your body never loses its ability to grow stronger. It just needs the right signal. Now I want to hear from you. What daily activity has become harder after 60 that you'd love to improve? How many minutes do you currently spend exercising each week? What's your biggest obstacle to staying consistent? Share your experiences in the comments below. We truly want to hear from you. Thanks for watching Health Beyond 60.